Yo, check this out. This is Fresh Get Out the China Man with the 2 Live Crew.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's me, DMC.
What's up, y'all? This the boy Master P.
Yo, check us out. Chuck the Public Enemy.
Yo, what's up? This is DJ Yeller from the world's most dangerous group.
What's up? This is DOC.
This your boy C-Murder.
This is Jerry Heller, motherfucker.
It's your boy DJ Paul KilleR 365.
Young Dizzy Bone.
Vice One.
Yo, this is DJ Ready Red.
What up? This is the real Rick Ross, and you listen to me on the Murder Master Music Show.
What's up now, motherfucker?
This is the show that shows no limits, broadcast nothing but the real. Interviews with legendary artists, still got love for the underground feel. Rappers with records revealing the niche of the rappers that come and get them put on. We needed a platform to fight the mainstream. This is the show that you need to be on. Hit up UGS for life on the screen and follow up with.com for all of your needs. Production and mixing and mastering, graphics and download the song. Check out the archives and tons with the shows. Plenty of content for you to dig through. Everything free to download the stream. Oh yeah, we deserve the real review.
Unstoppable, we be but our bitch we represent. All them killers on the mic and we show love to all you fans. Motherfuckers wanna hate, do your thing, we keep the focus. Bringing nothing but the rhythm, come and tune into the dopest.
I'm a man, going crazy, knocking all you rappers off. It's underground society, it's UGS for life, dog. Hip-hop AD, represent for them legends. Rapping mumble rappers, love me, sitting on the hill. Tupac and P, dreaming, thank you for the bless. It's the Murder Master Music Show. Free the homie gangsters, bro. I see these rappers on these streets. I got my chop about to blow. Stay up on that raw shit, uncut street shit.
Keep it like a rather, bitch, we coming hella strong. I see you feeding for the show like it's a drug, let's get it on.
This your man Mastermind and Hellraiser, and I'm here with BKB and High C. Right here on the Murder Master Music Show with your host Prez. This is Friday the 13th.
When everything is dark and scary, no matter what, you're always staring. Don't spill the saucer, you will pay. Don't ever scream or ever say a word.
Jason was my son, and today is his birthday.
What?
It's Friday the 3rd.
When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what?
There's nothing to really see it till you know what's inside of me. Don't step on a crack, you'll hit her back. You see a black cat, don't look back, cause guess what?
What?
It's Friday the 13th.
When I say killer, you say what? 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 When I say killer, you say what?
Now listen to me, I got more negative energy than synergy. I'm an old school fool, keeping it cool. I'm cooler than the Google. Cincinnati, Illuminati, swimming, but I thought you knew. Reds and Bengals, red and black, orange and black. When we do the fucking fashion, we don't need to get that consistency. Exactly equivalent of what would happen if Mike Patton, Marilyn Manson, and Robbie Zombie started rapping. Head hit crack with a baseball bat. I can give you life or take it back. You see a black cat, it becomes an unlucky flat. So to the cemetery, worship Satan, piss on your grave and laugh. So
come on. When I say killer, you say what? 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 What? Killing them up, that's what. If you don't wanna die, stay out the business, I can duck. Now when I say killer, you better pray for your goddamn life. It's time to run so far and fast, it could be your last goddamn night. I say
day. I bet that's right, I'm chasing you downstairs to the basement. You scared, you pacing. I would hate to be in your situation. Mastermind hellraiser, can't stop all the hell I'm raising. Kill yourself now before I come through the door with the heater blazing. What? When I say killer, you say 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 what?
On the 13th of Friday, step this way, walk under that ladder, let the glass mirror shatter. I'm a dream master, would you think it mattered if your brains went flatter? Cause you're out of luck for love's sake, don't make another mistake. This superstitiousness is not fake, it messes with your brain, makes you feel as if you've gone insane, like you're trapped in a chair with no way out. That's crazy, you scream and shout, chain there like a broken beast, darkness consuming you like a feast. All your senses are now drowned, the madness taking over worse than eternal sadness. Cause this is exactly what will happen if Freddy, Jason, and the Hellraiser started rapping. Freddy in the flesh, I'm the number in your head, feeling as the bells are ringing till the silence of a new beginning.
When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what?
It's just mindless, bloody violence, being strangled, stabbed, impaled, chopped up, and mutilated. So just think of the message. The world is a totally evil place. It'll kill you. It doesn't matter what your dreams and hopes and ambitions are. It doesn't matter if you have a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend or you've got plans for the future. You can forget those plans because you're going to wind up dead. And the sickest thing is, this isn't the final chapter. That's just an advertising gimmick. The ending clearly sets up a sequel. And what I want to know is, I wonder if they're going to be heartless and cynical enough to make the sequel, because why not? They've already taken the bucket to the cesspool 4 times. I think the people who made this ought to be ashamed of themselves, and that's what I think.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Episode 451 of the Murder Master Music Show. It's Friday the 13th special. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bring on friends of the show, BKB and RelliK KilleR, very soon. Deified Records, you know what I'm saying? They're back. If you go through the archive, you'll see them in there. They've been on the show a few times. They actually hosted a horrorcore roundtable with us, you know what I'm saying? So we're honored to have them back. But before we bring them on, I just want to send my condolences to the homie Dice and the family of Razak Rahim, man, a.k.a. Pervert Pastor. He's a Detroit legend. If you know anything about Isham, Nadas, you know what I'm saying, RLP, he was on a lot of them joints, man. He was on Dice's Neighborhood Shit Talker albums, Black Monday album, a lot of his stuff. That was Dice's main homie. So he just passed away. So rest in peace to him. Shout out to Dice. Also, you know what I'm saying, I definitely want to send our thoughts over to Christopher 101 Jr. We had him on the show last night. We actually weren't doing the show last night. He hit me up, and man, he wanted to know why his father was left out of the BET Hip Hop Awards. You know what I'm saying? So go check out that show and ask Luke and ask BET why Fresh Kid Ice was not mentioned, being that he is one of the pioneers. With that being said, let's bring our guests tonight. You know what I'm saying? Father and son horrorcore duo out of Cincinnati, BKB, RelliK KilleR, Deified Records in the building. How you guys doing?
We good. You there?
Yeah, doing all right.
Man, glad to have you guys back, man. It's been a minute. We just introed, you know what I'm saying, Friday the 13th. And what have you guys been up to? I haven't heard from you in a while. You guys been good?
That best answer to that is we've been in a writing phase. You know, we kind of go, we only come out in October. We only release material in October. We're kind of the, so to speak, house band this time of year, but I consider something I just don't do the rest of the time of year, so that's why you haven't seen us.
Yeah. Guys just laying low, waiting on the right time. Well, I mean, every year around this time, you guys really are active. You know what I'm saying? You do a lot of various songs. You release songs like every day. I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
what's
sir.
your motivation behind that?
It varies from year to year. It grows. I could answer that for the next 20 minutes. This year's motivation was to ready my son's collaborations and outreach, and to close out a project I've been working on for probably 25 years.
Yeah. Yeah, now BKB, you, since we've spoken last, you've done a lot of great things. You did a video with Mastermind. And what was that like, you know what I'm saying, doing a video with really one of the horrorcore pioneers?
It was definitely the best experience I've had. If it wasn't thanks to him being so humble and open to do all this stuff, then it wouldn't have even happened. Mastermind is a great man. Mastermind is the shit.
Yeah, very, very humble, like you said, humble individual.
He shouldn't have to be. I liked that you coined him as the Collabo King the other night. That was such a good, you can put that in quotations.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always so exciting to get a track in from him, man. It's like Axmas, you know. The hatchet's going to drop. It's going to be a great time. It's great to work with him.
Yeah, because you guys, I mean, when he comes to the area, you guys got to hang out with him, right? You guys got to go places with him and show him around your hometown. That had been a good experience as well.
The opportunity presented itself where we had the collabo in, and he was coming to town, and you done put in work once, why not double up? We're going to be doing a lot of doubling up this month. You know, you said 31 tracks. I got to digging through and getting to where I want to get with this music and where we're at with it. After playing with my calendar and looking at all the releases, I just stared at it blank for 3 days. After that, I realized I probably have 66 releases. You know, I could double up at any time, and I'm going to be doing a lot of that. Like Barnabas and my brother, stuff's just going to be going up all over. We're going a whole lot of Twitter content. We're going to be Twits now. So we're getting a bunch of Hell's Rage material for my brother to promote, so that way he has real strong material. Because both my son and my brother are looking to reach out hard on collaborations this year. They've got their parts done, and they want to work with their fans. They want to work with their friends. Guy got 12, 13 songs just between the two of them like that. So there's a collabo album they're doing with their fans.
Wow.
People that press the like button for them, people that hit their inbox and raise their spirits when they're needing a push, those people.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Hopefully Pittsburgh Pat is good. You know what I'm saying? I know he's recently moved. He's been without the internet for a while. But I do see, you know what I'm saying, the homie Exit Only on the board. I'm going to bring him on, man, real quick. How you doing, Exit?
It's all good, fam. What's going on with you?
Man,
and Friday the 13th is going to kill it.
All right.
Chopping it up with the homies from Deified Records out of Cincinnati. They holding down the horrorcore scene over there and working with a lot of the legends like Gangster Nip and Mastermind, you know what I'm saying, Jack Manson. Who all have you guys worked with? Because you guys.
Well, the song Friday the 13th, for instance, is a trilogy, just like the band Hell's Rage is. Just like my stage name, Mastermind, Nip. It was originally released with Mastermind, then we did it with Nip. That was part 4, part 5. Part 6 we did with C to 6. They actually posted and reached out when they were first starting, wanted to do collabos. I think we may have got one of their first collabos, if not their first collabo back then, and Jack Manson. So we did it in devil shit style. We did it in acid rap style, if you will. We did it in psych rap style. That's the education I'm trying to give my son. And we're trying to have a multitude of flavors on the way we do our beats, our presentations, the way we challenge ourselves as artists. And we want to reach out to all the communities while doing it.
Oh, guys, just building, you know what I'm saying, connections with people, and you know, it's amazing how you're able to work with your favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? These guys, these guys have sold hundreds of thousands of records. You know what I'm saying? Who stands out the most so far? Because you've worked with a lot of people. Who would you say? I'm sure it might be different for both of you guys, maybe the same. But who stands out the most that you work with so far?
Barnabas, I'll let you field this if you hear me.
It's hard to choose, honestly. They all got their thing about them that I love, so I don't really like to choose, but...
C to 6, I mean,
C to 6, though, they're blowing up right now. They've got the fucking Memphis scene going off the hook for horrorcore devil shit. They got it going.
Yeah, Paul just signed them too, so...
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be on Scaleton Music, man. That's going to be huge right there. And you guys worked with them in their infancy, too, because that was right when they first came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you have any plans of maybe working with them again in the future?
Well, what I'm hoping will happen is that we won't end up in a situation where they've gotten so grown up and large that we can't revisit the track, because they've come a long way, so has my son, and I think it would be a great thing to revisit, showing how much better they are. Like these Friday the 13th demos that we're playing tonight, these are by no means perfected. We just didn't want the concept, the hook, everything we wrote with it, and what we felt about this as our flagship song. And it does give us the opportunity to have Halloween on any given month. So that's how it kind of works for us. Sometimes out of season, we can kind of peep our heads out and do our music around town, you know, or do something. And that's kind of why we chose to go that avenue with it.
So, oh, yeah. Definitely. Let's give them this next track here. It's called Pumpkin Police. Tell everybody about this one, because I imagine the title needs to be explained to our listeners. What is Pumpkin Police, fellas?
This is a song that I recently wrote, inspired by a few things. Inspired mostly by a Hell's Rage concept that Victor came up with way back in the day. My dad and him have been trying to incorporate on it for a while, and just been doing that kind of a concept in freestyles and never really perfected it, so I just was like, in a writing phase, I was trying to write at least 2 songs a day for a whole month. And so that was just in the midst of all the shit that I wrote. And one of the many ideas I came out with. Basically, it's just a really Halloween type song that's really kind of dark and eerie if you pay attention to it enough, but it's kind of corny a little bit too. So it's just you gotta listen to it type of song.
That's candy corn.
Well, we're gonna get off into this track right now, and we're gonna come back and chop it up with you guys. You know what I'm saying? We got the homies BKB, RelliK, KilleR, DFI Records in the building. It is Friday the 13th. Don't go nowhere.
5.0 to Cobra hits them by. Trick or treating, they all see me blowing out the candlelight. Roll over the jack-o'-lantern, smash them into pieces. Orange light, killing me. It's the pumpkin police. Pull over to the curb, 13 minutes till midnight. Right, check the rear view mirror, could not believe my sight. They had jack-o'-lantern heads and bright glowing eyes. Green uniforms, each toting a strychnine. Approaching my car, they said, listen very closely. Follow us to the station before it gets ghostly. Not wanting to comply, but I feared for my life, making up an alibi. I followed very slowly. 10 minutes passed, now we're stopping at the pumpkin patch. They yell, step out of the vehicle. As they grab their ratchet, they placed the pumpkin before me and handed me a bat. Glaring into my soul, they told me to smash it. Confused, I lifted up the bat and pretended to swing. They said, what are you waiting for? Which left me wondering, are these cops just messing with me for doing the wrong thing? Did the Halloween spirit lock me within a bad dream? Pumpkin police looking upon me with their angry carved up faces, laughing wickedly as if they hear my heart racing. Candle lit eyes blazing with impatience, a fucked up way to make me embrace that I'm complacent. I lift the bat once again as I feel my blood pumping, swinging with the madness. I begin smashing pumpkins, laughing at my actions as I'm feeling the consumption. Everything grows weary, then I black out like a drunken. Have I been deceased? Cause now I feel at peace. I open my eyes, thinking it was just a dream, but everything is orange and green. I see two figures standing over me. They said, welcome to the force of the pumpkin police.
Yeah, we are back. BKB, RelliK, KilleR. We got Exit Only. Here is Mac J. Mac J's in the building. Mac J, you remember the brothers from Cincinnati, BKB and RelliK, KilleR. How you doing, man?
What's up, Mac J?
What's up, Mac J?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
I'm glad you called, man. I'm glad you called. I always
My bad,
enjoy
y'all.
Mac J being on.
Hello, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, my bad, y'all. I didn't know if y'all can hear me or not. I had, shit,
no,
right when I called in, I had another call switched over. Hell yeah, man. Salute to y'all, man.
You asked some of the big questions, man.
Yeah,
man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Hell
sorry,
yeah. But it's good. I was about to say it's good to hear from y'all again too, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pat got some dope ass questions too. It's crazy, yeah.
Man, I was so looking forward. I wanted to interview with him because I was going to get kind of bold with it and try and just ask me anything. I wanted to kind of go more H.G. Wells with my interview and just since we are a trio and sometimes when Hell's Rage we all rap together. One of us will play devil's advocate. One of us will play the angel. One of us will play the one going through the quest. So, like, if you only listen to one verse, you're going to think it's about one thing. But then, if you don't get offended, you listen to the hook, and you listen to me, I'm probably going to retort and say the complete opposite. Then you might have my son, who is the one being tested in the verse, and then he's going to say what he thought, like if he's dealing on the subject of duality or something, or stuff like that. That's how we kind of roll with the trio, which is my brother, my son, and myself. Those words started out as my brother and myself.
Generations.
Yeah, years and years ago in these parts. And Barnabas joined the lineup somewhere around 2012, 13 as a, 12, 13-year-old. Tom says it's time to write. It's time for me to play in the studio with you guys. That's really all it was about for a while. Just making music as a family, recording every time we could together, especially around the holidays. on Friday the 13th. You know, Thanksgiving, we're the ones in the kitchen with the digital recorder. Nobody really knows, getting drunk, freestyling.
Right.
We got
the
a lot of
whole
material.
grind and the whole come up. I miss that
Right,
type
we got a lot
of shit,
of
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like you just bringing up like digital recorders and all. You know, like a lot of that shit is like lost art, even with the horrorcore. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like y'all stay in the spirit of what y'all like and what y'all fuck with, and y'all constantly do the same type of deal. It ain't like y'all switching up like, oh, this ain't working. Let's just do this or let's just do that, because it's real easy to do that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So I always salute the guys that stick to the script of what they want to do. You don't have to let other motherfuckers dictate what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of this hip hop shit.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
And, you know, learning hardware, learning software, learning the crossovers between 25 years of experience doing that. I can take the best of the turntables, record into some hardware, record into some software, mix it up. I never approach my recording process two ways at the same time. I do have a few formulas I use when I'm producing other people or I'm on someone's dollar. You know, because I have to make it work like clockwork that way. But when we're recording, we aren't quite that limited, and I've got years of recordings, and I've been going through only bringing the strong stuff, innovating and working the strong stuff, assigning my son to rework this concept with us, and we're making it new and fresh again. It's good times around here, man. The holidays are coming up. We're getting a good response. I've got artists in the inboxes. I've got work from it, and I want more.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. What about merchandise? Y'all got some merchandise y'all finna throw out there? Because I'm thinking like y'all should start making y'all own Halloween masks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's I've been in talks many a times for this. I'll put this one out there. I did want to talk about it anyway. That's why I like you, man. You ask some good questions. It helps me to maybe segment some of these and smooth them out so that way I can get the merchandise into the people's hands. It's something I definitely wanted to address and could have missed if I got to chopping it up about music. My son's breaking into a third print of his albums. We change up the features on them every time, or we change up alternative mixes every time we reorder. It's not the same. Being that we just completed the Friday the 13th trilogy demo, and now it's going off the guys with even more experience than us in time to mix it to perfection, so that way we can continue making our art and recording and coming up with fresh new songs, and that will come out stronger than what you're hearing now, the demos. Merchandise, we're putting Friday the 13th mask on a charm that is going to be hand-painted by him. I'm getting blanks of the mask made in America. They're not like the little flimsy-ass looking thing that's going to fit on your G.I. Joe either.
Yeah.
It's got a solid back. If it falls off your neck and someone steps on it, it'd probably break their foot. I mean, American made, it's made out of the shit that a screwdriver handle is made out of, not like China plastic. It's solid construct.
Quality.
It's a white run, hand painted to commemorate the Friday the 13th trilogy and the release of Hell's Rage and this transition that we're going through. And I'm in negotiations to get a red charm next that is custom drilled with the holes where they are on my mask, because I don't wear a Jason mask, but I do got a mask. Never not had a mask persona until MC Chris Core unmasked me on an album. Took my fucking Facebook picture and put it on an album cover. Up to then, there was no image of me out there, and I liked it that way. But being that it was a Gangster Nip compilation, and there's like so many tracks on there by him, in hindsight, I thank him for it. He was right. It was time to unmask me a little bit more. And we're better than to
the
be
man
unmasked.
beneath the mask.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
we're better.
The madness behind the mask, I would say.
So shout out to Chris Ford, shout out to Nip, shout out to Mastermind, shout out to See the Six tonight, shout out to Nicholas Bates, everybody that's been on the Friday the 13th track and helped us to produce it or film it, the videos to it or any of that. I thank y'all. The Suicidalist up in Detroit. This brings me to a great subject that I wanted to speak on. Everybody up there was so receptive, great, helped me around town. It was like going up and just hanging with family, man, and I really embraced them. My word in quotation is day one dads. I met a lot of dads, and that happens to me, of course, because they publicly see a father and son rapper. So being that they see that, I have conversations, and there's that instant bond. And I was a day one regionally. It took a few months to get down in these parts, a few years in some cases with different horrorcore acts. But being that I did a real rock, rap, metal, and all that heavy stuff back then, someone would come to me with like, hey, man, you ever heard this band's called Novice, and you're called RelliK, and your names are both backwards, and when you look at the T-shirts, the name on the T-shirts are backwards like yours and all this, and I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Right.
Give me that. I put it in my fucking tape deck, blown the fuck away, I wasn't really doing nothing so close to that. I was inspired by more classic even before them, like the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, all the classic rock mashups, and
right.
The evolution of rap, rock, hip-hop, and the meshing of them that was happening in the 80s from the Funky Cole Medina, just, that old school, like when Nip would have the parts on his album. I was trying to cross all that style and sound around myself, too. And whenever I did a CD like that, it'd be like, oh, yeah, this is so awesome, like when the Flatliners and Grave Diggers, now I'm seeing like a genre evolve, people not just rapping about guns, drugs, violence, and some of the typical money and flash that was going on. There was a new type of storytelling going on, and these day one dads and us ones that were having kids too young, maybe when you're younger. So we're still listening to this type of music, but yet we're raising kids. These are some of the best people you met. They've had conversations with their kids because of the music that they couldn't have ordinarily probably figured out how to start.
Exactly.
Their kids grasp.
Man, I know. You know what? I'm glad you said that, man, because I never really looked at it like that. I'm glad you say something like that, because you just said
as a producer. I have a lot of guys that wants to have albums and wants to be in the genre, but they don't want their kids hearing it.
Exactly. See, I was just about to go back to that. Not to cut you off, but like people don't think about that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like we listening to this and we influenced by certain things and we doing certain things all at the same time being young parents. You know what I'm saying? Our parents, at least my parents, they was listening to like the Temptations and shit like that. So they was influenced, which the old folks, their parents told them it's all secular music, it's all about having sex and doing this and doing that. So they didn't understand it either. Like, but at one point when my grandmother probably was listening to like Johnny Mathis, maybe her parents was telling her you shouldn't listen to that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So this shit go hand in hand. Because look at what we telling our kids. Don't listen to that bubblegum ass fugazi fucking.
That's something that's starting to really set with me in weird ways, because I'm beginning to feel that I'm becoming too old and hard-hearted, and I don't want to become that guy with it. I want to keep an open mind to a lot of things, realizing that these young ones are going to be going through their phases. And I think we as the old-timers and having our music and understanding what you just said, I think it's up to us to shepherd, guide, enlighten, show them our generation of music. I'm glad a lot of these movies are coming out. Perez, I'm glad you did all that work with KilleR and giving it, a lot of more sides of different stories like that. We can really educate instead of hating them. Like Murder Master Music Show kept my son from going into a phase where he could have went down rock and roll and skinny jeans.
Yep, exactly.
For,
but that's credit to hey, Barella, not to cut you off, but that's credit to you too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we do our thing, but that's why cats like your son and like C6 is important because they shit sound new. You know what I'm saying? But it's you can tell they roots run deep and they pay homage to where they from and what they like and what they grew up off of, so it don't come off as corny when they say. We hear it and say, "Oh, this is the new reincarnation of 3-6 Mafia," but it's not. They their own thing, but because they playing their part and they know what they're supposed to do, and they not letting the industry dictate what they need to do. I hope they stick to that. I'm pretty sure, being with their Uncle Paul can make commercial shit too, but they on Skeleton it seems like they just stay connected. I want to ask you this too. Before it get too late, but because y'all feature a lot of people on y'all shit. Who's a horrorcore artist that y'all haven't had on a project or a feature that y'all really want to get, but y'all ain't had a chance to link it up yet? Is there anybody out there?
I want a Gravedigger. I want to work with a Gravedigger. I don't know which one or how that would happen. There's only 3 left. That's the importance of this, too, and trying to work with people now. Most horrorcore bands that were out when I was younger are now missing a member. That's the importance of getting Hell's Rage out in this time and manner. I want to do it. I want to do it. I don't want to be the lost tapes. I don't want to be I don't want to be my son's notebook. I don't want him. I want him to do these songs and these concepts with me, not just everything get lost in the generations here. We want to hang out. We want to make music together. I know a lot of fathers and sons don't.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Let me ask you this though, RelliK. You've taught your son a lot over the years. He's grown and developed into his own artist. What have you learned from him during this whole process of the two of you bonding together?
Computers, laptops, all the digital recording. I can fucking crunch it up on some fucking turntables, some digital recorders. I know how to manipulate tape decks, take them apart, and there's just so much old school stuff I love to do. But I have this in my files still. Anytime you guys get a file from me, he's man behind the curtain there. Prez, you asked a question earlier about what we're doing. We also took a lot of time for his self-development. He's learned to drive. We're building muscle cars. Not doing the music so much full time. He works a job, so he's doing the full the grind there too. And he's kind of at the crossroads. Hell's Rage, just all of us are at a crossroads right now as a record label and all our projects. We're trying to get a lot of our demons released. We're releasing a lot of demons with, and when I say demons, I mean our demos, I mean our songs. Some of them have open hooks, and we're releasing them out into the world with an open belly. And we want to go see who they eat or who eats them, or we want the artists that we do association with, we want to see their content. We want to get demos back of these. We want to see these posted up on people's SoundClouds.
You guys, you posted up everyone. What are you talking about, RelliK? They posted up the songs every day?
Yeah, we're posting up songs every day, but we're also posting up a lot with open verses and allowing associates and just open calls. Like, for instance, we're releasing acapellas. I released an acapella of a $100 bill and a signed copy of a promo by Mastermind. And I said any DJ that can mix it is good, or to where I can use it as alternate version, I'll give the $100 bill and an autographed CD and get it on for work next time. I'm looking for videographers, video editors. We're really trying to get more visuals together with the pile of music we're trying to present, because my brother's concepts are so wild, you probably won't get what he's trying to say unless I do put some important visuals. Visuals is important in this day and age. People don't even care about music that don't got visuals and visuals in some ways.
No.
People are so used to just being entertained, ADD, all the time.
Yeah,
and you really have to have it.
Everything is changing. It's moving fast.
Yeah.
It's moving fast. It's like, what's going to be next? You got to stay ahead of the pack. You know what I'm saying? Let's give him this another track. You know what I'm saying? This one's it's actually a teaser for My Demons, man. Tell everybody about this. Kind of intro this for us.
BKB.
So this is just kind of a little bit to do with what my dad was just talking about. We're releasing a bunch of demos out there for my next album. It's not really been announced too much yet. Not really too certain on many points, but it's probably going to be just filled with as many collaborations from around the world that we can get. With anybody that's willing to work with us and a few people that we've gone after.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to play this. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. We got BKB, RelliK, KilleR, right here on the Murder Master Music Show. Yeah, we're back here, episode 451, Murder Master Music Show, BKB, RelliK, KilleR, DFI Records. We're going to bring everybody back. Got my co-host, Mac J. And then I just noticed BKB and RelliK, KilleR, we got our other co-host in the building, the one and only Pittsburgh, Pat. And how you doing, Pittsburgh?
Man, I'm all right, man. My apologies for being a little late, man. What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, man. We got BKB, RelliK, KilleR here, Cincinnati. They got some music for us. It's their favorite holiday, Friday the 13th. You know,
Happy holidays.
The significance of Friday the 13th. You know, when did it become such an important thing to you guys, man? Because I know you guys, you know, this is the time of year when you guys really pull out all the stops. When did y'all really, you know what I'm saying, get love for Friday the 13th?
There's a lot to it, man. I go on for the next hour on that. Firstly, it was one of the first 3 efforts that my son ever conceptually brought music to me.
Oh.
However, it's become more than that.
Yeah, I wrote it when I was around 13.
Oh.
It's really been his training ground.
But it's you know, horrorcore music is a genre, you know what I'm saying, it can be oversaturated. Do you guys see that yourselves now that you're working with a lot of people in that genre? Do you think there's some oversaturation going on in there?
I want, to some degree, sometimes just coin the subgenre of horrorcore what I do, and not consider myself a horrorcore artist because it's so oversaturated. It's oversaturated with clowns, for instance. I'm afraid of clowns. I have to put on a hockey mask every time I see them and defend myself. And what I do, see, I don't really go clown, I go straight frown.
Frown.
So, yeah.
Have you, Pittsburgh, have you ever had a chance to check out BKB and RelliK, KilleR? Because I know you network with a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying?
I actually have, man. Last year, when they were on the show, I actually have, man. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? I'll be seeing them on Facebook too, man.
Yeah, but see, the cool thing about what you just said is he was a listener who's now a host who used to listen to bands that he had never even heard of because they are on the Murder Master Music Show platform, and this platform exists. So I want to say thanks for that.
Yes, sir, man. You know what I'm saying? I discovered a lot of people through this, man. You know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah, man. I don't know, since you're just joining us, Pat, I don't know if you heard, but man, Razak Rahim passed away. You know, Dice is only time.
Dice is
artist.
Man.
Yeah, he passed away earlier today, I believe. I don't know from what, but you know, we had to bring that up in the beginning of the show because you know, that's a huge loss, you know what I'm saying, for the Midwest.
Man.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt, man.
Dice is definitely, you know, he's holding up. But, you know, rest in peace to Razak, man. Speaking of Dice, you know what I'm saying, Dice is one of the most gifted, I think, MCs there is in the Midwest. Have you guys ever thought about doing anything with him?
we would love to do something with Dice. I mean, when I seen him and talked to him, I found him, I recognize him. You know, there's kings of their cities, man. There's rappers that are kings of their city. And I definitely recognize him as have earned his title as king, man. So I approach him like that. He was in the Friday the 13th video, and he was also in a Cypher video we did down here in Cincinnati, not as a performer, but he was there with just the whole crew, man. One of the baddest ass performance I've seen was Mastermind, Isham, Ho, and Dice, and I think it was Torture that they did. My God, guys, it was fucking awesome, dude. Right there in Cincinnati. We don't get shows like that. With Dice doing a part. You know, he comes hard. I can picture him doing what he does, whether he's doing it in the back alley or performing there. I can picture him being on it. He's smooth to meet in person. He's just not real loud or draws a lot of attention to himself. But then all of a sudden he throws off his coat, he grabs the microphone, and he owns the room. So that's why he's king of Detroit, kind of, to me, from seeing him perform and brushing past him in the hallways while we're all doing our own things.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And I'm very sorry about his loss. You know, I give a shout out to him.
Yeah, that's horrible, man.
Shout out to Dice.
Everybody associated with that. A lot of people I've met through that type of network were great people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You know, because you know, you guys yourselves going to hit the road, and I know you
there we go.
A couple each time did some shows, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. You guys didn't do any more? Or?
Yeah, we've filmed videos in Cincinnati. We've been to and support that type of stuff. We see a whole lot happening out west. Unfortunately, like, Cincinnati is just not a horrorcore city. Juggalos can't even get a show here that really does as well as anything else. Music is very conservative. I come from a conservative city. So, yeah, my son's 21. He's been trained. He wants to go to other cities. If you're a promoter, you book, you like his material, he is now 21. He's been going in and out of bars doing opening performances for a lot of big guys. He's not inexperienced. He's been doing it since he's 13, and I'm pretty much going to manage him and my brother. I'm a featured artist. I do features, and that's where the Hell's Rage Trio is, you know. That's what we're doing nowadays.
Oh, yeah, expanding and working with different artists. And, you know,
Yep.
Are you producing any tracks for any other artists?
Man, we're releasing 66 demos out to the world, or demos, or stuff like that, and try to show that work. For every one of them we show you, there's or for every two of those that we're working on or showing people, there's definitely a track in the works that I just can't show. Let me explain this year's countdown, if you will. The first week, my son dropped 6 hooks with verses, kind of stripped down demos of where he's looking to go and what he's trying to do. 6 to 7. There's an EP with blank spots. If someone wanted to work with my son and present it to me, all they have to do is fill in the blank spots and go to deifiedrecords.com. I can get a feel for whether they're at the level that I've got him at. My brother is doing the exact same thing, and he's been in this game 25 years. For his fans, 6 to 7 demos with open bars at the end. I released 2 or 3. Most of mine were in inboxes. I didn't just put them for the general public. But yeah, for every 2 or 3 I'm showing you, I've got vault songs with a lot of these big artists, and we're saving them until we can get the right level of production. In November, I am in negotiations and meeting with a lot of guys that do really good production work. I've got people going to be contacting me to mix, master, and re-innovate the trilogy with the Friday the 13th concept we've been working on, to where it's CD, brick and mortar quality. My ultimate goal is to take that and put it to vinyls, to put it back in the hands of the people where it's instrumentals, hand-drawn artwork, a charm of sorts on these demos I'm working on now, and then when they become LPs, they can be thrown on maybe turntables. If I sell it as a demo, a digital package, I might include all the stems and let them mix from there, because we're having our fun with this song, and I want to see it evolve and finish developing.
Yeah. What about your brother? You said your brother's been doing this for a while.
Anybody call from the 513? Yeah, he's alive.
What's that?
What was the question? Has anybody from the 513 called?
You were talking about your brother. How long is he? You said he's been doing this 25 years himself.
I go more 20. I'm the 25er. I'm the older brother. I'm more the 25er. He's more the 20-year-old. He was, I'm probably 5 years older than you, Scott, I think, by talking to you. He was the He-Man, G.I. Joe generation, to where I was more the Mork and Mindy, Star Trek.
Oh, you were just a little bit before him then, yeah.
Yeah, so he...
I like how you break that down into action figures and sitcoms of the time.
We're talking about my brother here, and...
The He-Man and G.I. Joe.
Yeah, it has to be broken that down way to understand the Hell's Rage. He comes at the microphone with a different concept every time. He can nowadays out freestyle. I mean, 13 years ago that wasn't the case. You know, I was the drunk king in the neighborhood where I could out freestyle and go 4 or 5 minutes of freestyle, to where now I don't freestyle because I don't like to say the wrong things, and I write. My pen's really sharp now. My brother, he loves the freestyle. He loves to work with people. He'll rap with you for $5. That's the kind of artist he is. That's where he goes with it. He's the Jim Morrison type. Like, he believes in the art of it and just wants to be a part of it. I mean, in order to bring his material to life, I'm going to have to probably release it in the form of a DVD, and that's why I'm looking for, like, video editors, cartoonists. That's why I have to break it down in action figures.
Puppets.
You know, the whole Allison Cooper wearing a mask thing. There's a lot of, like, he'll come with, the concept for these 6 songs he's releasing to the people is like one's called Demons of Alcohol. So it's a demon of alcohol. The next song is like Demons of the Street. And when he did his rap to it, it was about just giving someone a fucking beat down, just a fucking beat down. And he was like that growing up. So when his fans and his friends hear it, they're going to be fucking impressed for one, because it's the best he's ever done. And some of the tracks are 99 out of 100. I dug through 100 tracks just to bring the one. He's got, I don't know, 3,000 tracks and instrumentals that he's played vocals over. I'm the guy that sorts through it and then makes sure the good stuff gets released.
Oh. Well, it definitely runs in the family, that's for sure. multi-talented family. Let's give them another one, RelliK and BKB. This one here is Graveyard Funk. Let everybody know about this one. Then we're going to come back, chop it up with you. I'm going to let you guys have the floor when we come back and just say whatever you want to say. But tell us about this Graveyard Funk.
This is one off of my upcoming album, whenever that comes out. But this is labeled Graveyard Funk because it's really twisted, kind of a drug concept, but it's not like the industry and mainstream rap, all that shit. They talk about drugs and how, like, they fucking, whatever they say, turn up on it, and, you know, fucking, it's cool in its own way, but it's like writing the same shit and, like, saying the same shit about drugs all the time. So I went in a little bit of a different approach, and it's kind of like stay away from the drugs. It's like a warning to stay away from drugs, otherwise all that comes out of it is death. Basically,
yeah, because Daddy's done talking that drugs ain't what they used to be.
You know, I mean, as real as it gets, man. They're promoting a death culture right now, death drug culture. So props to you, BKB, for going this direction. This is Graveyard Funk. We'll be right back with BKB and RelliK KilleR. Murder Master Music Show. Graveyard Funk, right here on the Murder Master Music Show. Let's bring back on BKB, RelliK KilleR, Deified Records. Another hell of a show. I'm glad Mac was able to call in. I'm glad Pittsburgh hit the line. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely glad you guys hit the line. It's been a minute. I'm glad you guys are back on the show. And, man, I wish you nothing but the best. And I want to give you guys the floor right now. You know what I'm saying? Both of you guys can have the floor. Say whatever you want. Promote whatever you want, guys. It's yours.
Is Pittsburgh Pat still on?
Yes, sir. He's, you there, Pittsburgh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Man, I've been blowing this interview. I'm working on so much material, I'm not doing that great, but I've never interviewed with you. And what I'd like to do before Barnabas and I get to that phase, I'd like you to just go into, like, any questions. Just like hit me with stuff, and I'm going to try to go through that because that's kind of the way I want to get to know the new host. And I've heard you ask really good questions. And a lot of times I come into an interview only saying what I'm wanting to talk about. I'm not trying to go by a script. My manager's here trying to tell me what to talk about and how to answer these questions. And I want some fresh blood in the mix.
Okay,
so
man.
Hit us with questions about our music, whatever you want, man.
Like being involved with the horrorcore, the horrorcore scene, how do you feel about the state of the horrorcore scene right now? Who are some of your favorites? And give me your favorite ones. Like who's your top 5?
I'll give you my classic top 5 of all time. I would not give it in order. Okay. Somebody wants a signed Mastermind CD. I got one. If they can arrange the order of it right in my inbox, I might send it to them or something, talk to them a little about it. But in no specific order, and sometimes I'll tell you a little bit why. Top 5 classics: the Gravediggers, the Flatliners, Gamester Nip, Nodis, Brother Lynch, Necro.
Damn.
So there's 6, just to kind of
mood.
Down. I like listening to a band called Hex out of Pittsburgh. Have you heard of him? Hex?
Yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
Not Hex rated. Not Hex rated, but Hex.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, good. Is he still around? Love to work with him. So there's the top 6. Since I'm promoting the 6s and 7s and the EPs and the people that we work with, I think the state of horrorcore needs to be drawn together by the gods, the return of the masters, the classic innovators, pioneers, and developers of their subgenres. I would be so pleased to work with any of them. Next question.
Okay. So like that's your dream collaborators, or like the heavyweight guys like that, like the Gravediggers, the Ishams, and people like that.
That's the classic I'd like to work with. Yeah.
Okay. Now, how about as far as like performing wise? Would you ever be interested in something like the Gathering of the Juggalos, like the Hella Wicked thing? Like, would you ever be interested in getting into that side of it?
Our material, if they can afford the proper accommodations anywhere, anytime, with any horrorcore crowd, we want to mesh styles, genres, sub-regions. We want to go to other continents with it. But we are at the crossroads. My son has management positions that he could accept and go into another 6 years of art school, then come out with that under his belt and wait till then to present his material. That's why we're closing out this chapter, the trilogy, because after that we're all soloing around a little bit, developing that material. But huge open collaborations going on. Next question.
Cincinnati. Are there any artists from Cincinnati, horrorcore or not horrorcore, that you guys are really into right now? Like just the rap scene in general in Cincinnati.
You just set me up for failure locally, because I got the list of guys I got to give shout-outs because they pay for studio times, they come around, they work with me, and I got to show love to them. So, JG, there's that. I produce and record rap in the city, street music all day, all night, mixtapes. You want a host, you want your stuff scratched, You want your transitions done right for a mixtape. You want your graphic arts done right. You need to talk to my video guy. You need probably a spot on one of your guys' spotlight show. I can open the doors for them like that to get that kind of exposure. I know that from knowing you guys. You know, we want to work with artists of all kinds, cartoonists. You design album covers. I want to put you with one of them if my workload's too big to where I can't get all the deified artwork out for my projects and others. So I want to collaborate with artists. And my son's going to become a great artist, whether it takes him 6 more years of training and going to art school, or the people want to help him blow up his material and support his art by buying like CDs, charms, T-shirts, hats, booking him in these clubs, getting an interview like this to the promoter, anywhere, any crowd. He'll perform his debut CD right now and request on his new material. And if somebody in that city's got a part filled on these open verses and demos that's been released, he'll perform his part with you, stuff like that. That's the level he's willing to perform at age 21 when the bar doors open to him. And he stays sober doing it. But he does drink. We have a lot of fun. But when it's game time, he's been playing. Next question.
Okay, when it comes to horrorcore albums, if I was to tell you to pick one horrorcore album that means most to you, what album would you pick?
Because I got a split personality, www.wickedworldwide.com and Gangster Myth, Psychotic Genius. And I always went a tie for third with East Coast sound with Run DMC, Beastie Boys, and that New York flavor that happened between the Flatliners and all that. But,
now,
what's yours?
This one might get you in trouble.
What's your favorite?
My
What's
favorite?
your favorite album? Yeah, classic horrorcore.
That's a hard one. Kind of the around the same as you. Gangster Nip's my favorite horrorcore artist, but Do You Believe in God by Nodus is one of my favorite albums, and Brother Lynch, Season of the Sickness, is there too.
That's my favorite fucking Lynch album. My guitarist brings that to me because I had a guitarist at the time that we was putting the fucking heavy Pantera thrash metal. We'd do a hook like that, but I could flow for a 16, so I'd have the band break it down into a 16, and I'd bring it back. You know, I started my style with a live band, running 16 verses, you know, counting bars and then going into 8-bar hooks, doing a mathematical equation like hip-hop to it before there was a Limp Bizkit, before there was a Slipknot. I can't think of anybody that was combining with bands when I was, at least in this region.
No doubt. Now,
I have something I could speak on.
I get a lot of answers. I get a lot of answers to this question.
All right.
Who do you point to as the creator of horrorcore? Not who coined the term.
The media, the establishment, the record store owner that had to pull it out of the gangster rap area, and the reporter that took all the subgenres and smashed them all together and said acid rap is like devil shit is like ripped gut, etc. I think that's who created horrorcore. There was guys that should have the title, the creator of horrorcore, the god of horrorcore in the game. And their titles are fitting, and they have earned their titles. They've got their stripes to get those titles to be called what they are in the game. There's a lot of great horrorcore artists that I'm very happy has re-emerged, like, for instance, the Flatliners. Prez, you there? Anyway, Prez, you got to get the opportunity to hear this Flatliners remix album they did. They have got mass segments from the show dubbed in with it, and it really helped the musical presentation, having an outlet like this, and the way you have got stuff like that on there. I don't know if Fred's listening to the next question. I'll get that in your email.
Okay, man. Where do you see yourselves in 5 years? Is there anything in the next 5 years that you need to get accomplished?
I need to be done with horrorcore in the next 5 years, and have launched my son to be more music. I want to pursue other interests. I would be more on the production side, management, working with bands to get their music out. The guy in the room trying to mediate situations between trying to get an album from a bunch of band members that can't get it together to a band that can. I've done a lot of work like that in my earlier days of rock. My son might be in a rock band next year and take a whole new direction with what he's doing. It's maybe a growing phase. I don't know. 5 years, I want to be have my cars restored and starting to become more of an old man.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with
It's a young man's game. It's a young man's game going to these clubs as the crowd dwindles and gets lost behind their computers and their iPhones.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to the club because if one person goes to the club, the iPhone comes on. Why should they anyway? Times are different.
Yeah,
Next
man.
question.
Do you find it harder to reach out to people and to pull people in because everybody seems to have shorter attention spans and there's just a crazy amount of different people in every form of music nowadays? Like, do you find it harder to get the word out about your music and to get followers and everything?
Well, that brings me to the Billy Goat's Gruff. When we was developing music before people were hungry for it, I went from when I would throw music on the internet, people were happy to see me back rounding up posting and putting my material out there for them, to where I can't get them to push the like button on Friday the 13th, but we're moving to Twitter. I'm about done with Facebook. It's too occupying. It's too establishment. I'll keep new material posted there. I don't put no real personal content on it anyway. But we're really going to only promote through deifiedrecords.com and on Twitter for the most part. But I'll be watching the Murder Master Music Show and listening to what's going on there. I always do. It's the only good platform I've found out there, and platform that I even really vaguely enjoy listening to. Next question, or you can have one for Barnabas. I'm putting him on the spot.
All right, man, look, this will be the last question, and you guys can go ahead and promote anything you want. You know what I mean? I think we got one more song we're going to close out with you guys. But, look, man, between both of you guys, if you had the option to do an entire album, an entire project with one artist, who would it be? Who's your dream collaborator to make an entire project? Well, it could be an artist, a producer, but anything you want.
I keep it real, my brother and my son.
That's it.
Yeah, that's definitely my top answer. There's a lot of people that got great potential, got great skill. There's just too many people to even put that equation together for an answer.
PC, bitches, there's a shout out. The hologram Nicholas Bates. I'll do an album with him if he wants. He's underground. He's one of my dudes. I want to work with the big artists, yes, very much so, but I want to collaborate with the underground, and I want to release these demos, show people what we got, and let them do with it what they want, because we'll be constantly re-innovating ourselves and doing what we want to do, being that we're independent. DeifiedRecords.com.
DEIFE Records.
That's DEIFIED.com. Hell's Rage on Twitter. I'm going to release you guys 30 tracks from this interview. Most of it's going to be a lot of Twitter content from the end of this month on. It's not going to trickle down to Facebook like it used to. It's going to be exclusive there in DeifiedRecords.com.
No.
This would be phone cut out. What'd you say?
So what's your handle on Twitter so everybody can follow you?
Hell's Rage.
Hell's Rage, yeah, it's H-E, yeah, it's Hell's and Rage. You can type RelliK KilleR into your computer. That's RelliK, RelliK, KILLER, RelliK KilleR of Hell's Rage. Deified.com.
DeifiedRecords.com.
So are you guys on Instagram?
I normally get a gram in an instant, yes, but not Instagram on the web. No, I don't think so. My brother might have one. I'd just say Google Hell's Rage. Look for Twitters. YouTube it. Right now, this time of year, YouTube Hell's Rage. Not a lot on that, but we do got
Deified Records.
We're going to put one on DeifiedRecords.com tonight. It'll be the official Hell's Rage. The official Hell's Rage place for all his demos. You want them free tracks with the open bars you want to film, you'll be able to get them right there. His best content yet.
Greatest shits.
Greatest shits, yes. We're doing a shits album, the greatest shits of Hell's Rage. Well, we're done shitting at the Murder Master Music Show, guys. Thanks for having us on Friday the 13th again.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out.
Thank you guys for coming back on, man. Real talk.
Shout out to Mac J.
Mac J, find you a recording setup and produce yourself. It's almost as simple as working a cassette recorder. It's not even as complex as an 8-track was. You could record your vocals and get in the mix for just a few $100s. Some of this recording equipment is easily learned. If you ever need someone to tell you or advise you on what kind of things to buy, you can get an inexpensive enough package to get your vocals and your demos together. I want to hear more of your material, man. I'm glad to see you coming out of the shell with music, man. You got some hot bars, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys.
Shout out to the whole project you guys are about to do. I am watching that, and I totally understand what you guys are trying to do there. I hope you guys the best of luck with that. That's going to be something I'll be watching for, and all the talent you brought around recently. I'm not going to just run through a list of names, but shout out to the talent that keeps booking the show. It's an honor to be on the same show as so many big names. Pittsburgh Pirates, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
and,
man, definitely.
Send me a friend request once you give me a friend request. Anything you want to chop it up about, you can hit my messenger, man. I'm not.
Yeah, I think we're already friends.
I will not be posting. I will not be posting after the 31st. I'm going to leave my body of work from this year there, so that way, if anybody hears this interview in January, they can go right to my Facebook. It's C.
Okay, yeah,
Kelly,
I think we might actually already be friends on there, but if not,
right on.
if Prez can tag us both in a post, whenever I get online, I'll send you one.
Yeah, let me give this out to the fans. The fans can send me a friend request. If you like what we do, my friends list is getting close to full. Let's just fill it up. This is where I'm going to keep music when I'm not, twitting? When I'm not. I actually have the stuff. I'm going to be in the studio, and the twits will take care of the tweeting or twitting. Or I'm kidding. I know what it is. But it's Charles. Just put the letter C for that. Kelly, Black, Barney, like the purple dinosaur in spelling, y'all. The hit from Cincinnati. We've got some music for you if you want to hear it. We're going to roast our own material this month, too, through Twitter. Hell's Rage will be roasting your own material. Feel free to roast it with us. You'll see what we're doing. Thanks for the time tonight, guys.
Find everything on FideRecords.com.
Definitely. Thank you, fellas. We're going to close out. We got this, it's actually the outro Friday the 13th. Tell everybody about this, man. What can they expect to hear?
This is the Hell's Rage mix. After 3 versions, my brother from Hell's Rage is finally in the mix. We played the Mastermind track, which was the first one. This would be the one with Nip, my brother, completing the Hell's Rage trio. The 2 young ones from C to 6. My son, of course, is throughout the track. And little Jack Manson and the Manson family. Some of these Friday the 13th projects and songs and re-innovations of it, I'm still going to continue to re-evolve this song just because this trio, this trilogy is ending. We're ending it to begin new ones and new chapters each.
That's
right, Ron.
Hey, thank you for calling in, RelliK. Thank you, BKB. Much appreciation, fellas. That'll be good.
Yeah, shout out UGS of Life.
Hell yeah.
When everything is dark and scary, no matter what, you're always there. Don't smell the salt or you won't be. Don't ever scream or ever say a word.
Jason was my son. And today
Guess what? It's Friday the 13th.
You say what? You say what? You say what? You say what?
There is nothing to really see.
know what I'm saying?
KilleR. Serious, I move mysterious in this drug. RelliK, KilleR, you must bust. Eat your enemy's brains, swim in their blood. That's insane in this quest. Pain, checkmate, end game. Kill you on this astral plane. My eternal slave, infernal bright as flame. No need to explain. Kill, save for evil. Killing is what we live. We're chastised for the rebirth. The consequences of the things you do. When I say KilleR, you say what? When I say KilleR, you say what? When I say KilleR, you say what? When I say KilleR, you say what?
Have you ever heard a rapper with thoughts just like mine that translated to murder, brought to life in a rhyme? I'm a spiritual misfit with wicked aggression, cause I speak to the dead souls and answer their questions like, how'd you see my father? Is my mother alright? Is my daughter still in school? And was my son in a fight? So I go and find out, I got a story to tell, and jump back in the spirit world and call him in hell. Answer the phone. Death is on the other line. Is anyone home? And if you answer, you're coming with him. His last name's Reaper and his first name's Graham.
When I say KilleR, you say what? 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 These are the things you see on the 13th of Friday. Step this way, walk under that ladder. Let the glass mirror shatter. I'm the dream master. Would you think it mattered if your brains went splatter? Cause you're out of luck for luck's sake. Don't make another mistake. This superstitiousness is not fake. It messes with your brain. Makes you feel as if you've gone insane. Like you're trapped in the chair with no way out. Desperately you scream and shout. Chainer like a broken beast. Darkness consuming you like a feast. All your senses are now drowned in madness, taking over worse than eternal sadness. This is exactly what would happen if Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, and Leatherface started rapping Freddy in the flesh. I'm the nightmare in your head, all the evil dead it is, but forever Jason lives. Jason lives. When I say KilleR, you say what? 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 When I say KilleR, you say what?
Motherfucker, say what?
Said I'm a motherfucking thriller. Friday the 13th, my birthday, so I was a born killer. Back, shit, are you ready? I'm the MC, coming to cut up your ass beat. This is my machete. How I fuck with a machete. Fuck, you feel so good. KilleR, fucking machete. KilleR, in this bitch. KilleR, fresh, right, that's from you cutting up your shit. Confetti, fucking blood spraying when I got a bitch. Got my mask on, so you don't sweet swoop shit. Chains on me, got masked up with my armor. KilleR, fucking getting evil on your ass like dog. Fuck, cancel your body off, they only know where you're at. Just fight your fucking butt everywhere. KilleR, Friday the 13th is revenge. On my raised my ass, I can kill you, bitch.
Killing them up, that's what.
KilleR.
You have seen him and lived.
Some have even tried to stop him. No one can.
Now listen to me, I got more negative energy than synergy. I'm an old school fool, keeping it cool. I'm cooler than the cool. Cincinnati Illuminati, swimming blood, I thought you knew. Reds and Bengals, red and black, orange and black with me in the fucking batch. And we on the attack, cause this is the exact equivalent of what would happen if Mike Patton, Marilyn Manson, and Rob Zombie started rapping. Heads get cracked with a baseball bat. I can give you life or take it back. You see a black cat, it becomes an unlucky splat. Go to the cemetery, worship Satan, piss on your grave and laugh. So
when I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what?
Everything is dark and scary, no matter what. You're always staring. Don't spill the saucer. You obey. Don't ever scream or ever say a word. 'Cause guess what? It's Friday the 3rd.
When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what?
Now, about it, that it to me, automatic whip, pop. The chopper ain't for show, don't go down it boogie. Hey now, nigga, why you looking? Hey, your brains cooking, bitch. Snatch your fucking eyes out, bitch, and hand them to you. You go. Jericho, what it do? Jericho, what it do? What it do? You the only motherfucker that I know is shoot. About the coup, with the two. Hey now, I had a man that pussy had a 22.
When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what?
You really see you till you know inside of me. Don't step on the crack, you'll break your back. If see a black cat, don't look back, 'cause guess what? It's Friday the 13th.
When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what?
Murder, motherfuckers for fun. Blood on my mask, bodies on my gun. I keep the machete like Jason. Bitch, I will bring you alive. Cremate your bullet hole, stab, wound, laceration. Another child massive presentation. Tell him, suckers face to face with Satan. Just drop the son of a bitch in the ditch. Paranoid, I think the witness is snitch. Fish scared, that's my favorite riches. They gon' drink your corpse out of the lake with the fish. All this white shit got me feeling like a bird. Mossberg, face covered up in blood. Hey, I think it's 'cause of all these drugs. Still drink your body from the fucking tub. Friday the 13th, cut back to N16. Smell me a 4.5. Trigger finger rich and might just pistol whoop 'em. Right before I blow off your head, my neighbors think that I'm a serial killer. Detectives telling them they right. Hey, caught me a P89 with the silence, a 30 round drum with the infrared
When I
light.
say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what?
When you know it's gonna happen, you will see it. Then something bad happens and you know it. You wish you just forget about it if you could. But you do nothing about it when you should. 'Cause you don't care. Nobody does. And we don't care if anybody dies. 'Cause guess what? It's Friday the 13th.
When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what? When I say killer, you say what?
How so many learning when the murder is occurring? It was Loco who had turned them, oh, it was me. When the body hits the furnace, no, it's worse than river currents. I advise you don't in place out these degrees. I usually don't show remorse, but this time